talking, dialoguing, interacting with the sun. How many of us do that? Here's the source of all our life, right? If in 8 minutes, it takes 8 minutes for the light to get to the earth. So if the sun decided to shut off, what if the sun shut off each day? Like, nah, shutting off for 3 hours. Would have evolved very differently. It'd be very cold for a while. Dialoguing with the sun. My book, you'll find it on Amazon. It's been out for a while, but I have a feeling it could take off now because people are a little bit more ready. In the beginning, I was very honest. I mean, I held nothing back in that book. It's sort of like the first album of a band, you know. Held nothing back, total truth-telling, honesty. Some of it's very raw, but I get comments every week still of people saying, wow, that is so refreshing, etc. The book is called Listening to the Sun. Now, I wasn't going to title it that. I had an angel cover called Awakening Souls, and it has both because I loved my angel cover. Don't buy both books unless you want to gift to somebody. It's the same book with two different titles. So far, Amazon hasn't freaked out. Anyway, don't make that happen, please. It doesn't matter, really. The one with the Listening to the Sun cover sells much more. But the angel one is for the souls that like that. All right. So, and it was me laying in a pool on June 21st, the summer solstice, in Phoenix, Arizona, the Valley of the Sun. Floating in a pool, can't get any much more hotter than that on the North American continent, or more sun exposure. It is a dry humidity, so it's not as bad as people think. But the sun actually talked to me. Wow, what a concept. It's actually a living being. So are the trees, so is everything. Your little house plant has a little deva spirit with it. If I come to your house and we sit at the kitchen table, that little spirit may act up, show itself. We're just, our frequencies and our radio stations and our receivers, our spinal column and your brain are an incredible receiver and sender radio tower, except it's much more powerful than the largest 1,000-watt, whatever they are now, 100,000-watt radio stations that shock jocks are on. You are an incredible sender and receiver. But we don't tune it. If you don't tune the radio, it's just all static. So most of us are static humans. We stay stuck, static. We don't move. Nothing changes. We're routine robots. We're zoo animals kept in cages, which is why that reflection is there for us. We're starting to wake up, which is beautiful. People are realizing that, oh, the dolphin pool at SeaWorld is really a torture chamber. I remember years ago being there, looking in their eyes, and they were angry. Those dolphins were actually, some of them were angry, ready to rebel. It takes a lot for a horse or an animal, or, you know, an animal that's normally peaceful to get to that point. Anyhow, so dialoguing with the sun, talk to the sun. Now, you don't have to be all, oh, I'm talking to the sun, let me wear my super sun crystal on my forehead and look like an idiot in our current society. You can, if you're with like-minded people or the rainbow crowd, awesome, if other people are ready for it. But that actually is counterproductive. You know, it's like someone proselytizing a religion or being too weird. Unless you can do it with real humor and real play, then it can be really funny and really sweet, if it's your job. But don't do it out of anger or I'll show them or, you know, whatever, because revenge religion or revenge belief systems just play right into the game. You're just fighting, you know. So be in the world but not of it, somebody said once, Mr. Jesus himself and others. Yogananda had to, he didn't cut his hair, but he had to adjust. He had to call God Father instead of Mother. He would prefer Mother, but he had to adjust to the Western custom, because if he had come in 1929, dressed in silk robes and with long hair and being a Swami, calling God the mother. He just would have pissed off the raging father image worshiper beast. It did anyway. So adjust, camouflage yourself, be appropriate to the moment, wear whatever you need to wear, be part of life. You don't have to look directly into the sun. Solar gazing is true. Be careful with it when you start. Make sure the sun is just one sun from the horizon. Don't overdo it. If you're staring directly into the sun, just at sunrise and sunset for that last 5-10 minutes, and you just be careful with that. Anything fanatic, if you overdo it, if you push, you get pushed back. If you push, you get pushed back. Look, I'm going to be a solar gazer. Don't be macho, spiritual macho, stupid. Comes before the fall, pride, spiritual pride. Don't do it. My recommendation. So, you can just have a quiet inner dialogue with the sun. Wherever you are, you can be in a cement building in Boston during a rainstorm. You can still locate the sun with your radar. One full conscious breath, which is a refresher breath. Relax at the end of the out breath. Drop into, do it again. And you can do all this incognito at lunch with your coworkers. You can be the calm center. It's a little harder when everybody's frazzled and hurrying to eat at Whole Foods to make sure I'm holy and have a good diet, but I'm stressed as shit. Joking, not really. Yeah, God bless us all. Blessings to all of us. So many of us are trying. It's really beautiful. In through the nose. Relaxed out breath, letting it come out. A little bit of Louis Armstrong cheeks maybe. Relax, settle down. Be settled, be still, and know that I am a piece of God. Then you can send something to the sun or listen to the sun. Tell the sun what you want. I walked out this morning, it just came up spontaneously. I don't do it that much, you know. Said, I receive you. I receive the sun. I receive the sun. I receive the rays of information. You think fiber optics has information in it? You know, the thing that are wireless, that you can send gigabytes now of videos of? The sun's rays trump that to the, I don't know what, exponential, unbelievable universal bytes of information that the sun sends. The vast majority of us are completely unconscious of it. Even if you go to the beach, you're drinking and just go, I just want to steal a tan from the sun or show off my body. You know, that's mostly what humans are. Who's appreciating the sun? Many of us do, but again, it's less than 15% usually. The 15% is 1 billion people on a 7 billion planet, so a lot of us are tuning in. Talk to the sun, tell it what you want. And now the truth momentum, the moment of what you want for truth. So I was talking to the sun, first of all, just appreciating, like, that's a miracle ball of effervescing eternalness of information. It's the cauldron of God, children of the sun, the Inca, the golden shining ones. So it was just the raw material, you know, Egypt, the sun people, the Venusians that came from their planet, which ascended. I know it's far out. That tried to help in Egypt by building the initiation chamber, and the obelisks is this energy. That was energy, by the way, Tesla energy. The obelisks were antenna to create these fields that these floating, absolutely quiet ships could float. Like sort of like Hindenburgs, except they weren't air propelled, they were energy propelled, and they could go underwater submarines also. This is what the obelisks are. That abortion on the Washington Monument made of bricks is absolutely dead, inert. But the actual giant 500-ton, 1,000-ton obelisks that they cut perfectly with obviously machined gear, they were tuning into radio frequencies that Nikola Tesla also tuned into, free energy. Truth moment. I want that free energy again on the planet. I don't want chemtrails where they're spraying aluminum and strontium and human blood plasma, whatever for, into the atmosphere to block out the sun's rays. I don't want that. I want direct access to you, sun. Just a few of you, just like the transcendental meditation effect proves, a few thousand people meditating on the planet affects the news, affects war, calms things down, fixes weather. Vote with your consciousness. One full consciousness, hook up, connect with Source, God inside you, in your spinal column, your radio antenna, your brain in your spinal column, the electromagnetic energy and the spiritual energies that doctors can't even measure is unbelievable. You are a God. Vote with your consciousness. What do you want? I don't want chemtrails. All of us fighting people and exposing it. I'm an internet researcher. We actually sometimes contribute to the problem. But if you vote with your consciousness and say, I want free access to the sun, I want the planet to be the way it is naturally, just a few thousand of us doing that. We'll malfunction the plane so the program gets outed and shown for what it is, and the people wake up and vote and go, I don't want aluminum particles because metals are dangerous for you. I've heard heavy metals are bad. And strontium, I don't know what it is, barium either. And that blood plasma, that can't be good to have fallen from the sky and sprayed on us. You know, what are they doing? But if a few of us do it, I'm sorry, we shouldn't pick on accents like that. That's stupid. Or, you know, maybe I should do British accents because they're, anyway. So yeah, I don't want that. I want direct access. I receive the sun. So if you do it, the sun goes, there you go, let's talk. Of course you can talk to the world around you. St. Francis did. Father, sun, sister, moon, brother, sun. Sister, moon, brother, sun. That's his famous saying. He's talking to them. Of course, at that point, he's left humanity kind of. He's gotten so big as a spirit. He needs to talk to ascended beings. All stars are basically beings, not human exactly always, but some humans. That's why that hits us so deeply. She's a star in heaven now. We ascend and become a star. You become an awake, enlightened, effervescing being. That's our star. That's my star. That's why we call celebrities stars. Because to us, there's some, our modern day gods, or whatever, successful people. So, I recommend a dialogue. Wise people discuss with other beings. I recommend a dialogue with the source force represented, not to worship the sun, but certainly he's an elder brother. It's just, you could say, it's more male, maybe. Have a dialogue. Tell the sun what you want. Receive it. Thank you. All right? Talking to the sun, listening to the sun. Book on Amazon. I have a feeling it might start selling big once the population is ready. Much love. More later.